Hey there, Fortnite fans. Today we're taking a look at Master Grade Series 3. This review is a long time coming. It was supposed to be out last fall, but circumstances kind of changed some things. Anyway, we are taking a look here at the Cube Queen, the Origin, and Mecha Strike Commander. I'm going to zoom in and we're going to take a little bit closer look at these boxes before we open the figures up. First, we're going to take a look at the Cube Queen, and this is a great piece of in-game art. You see the figure and her pickaxe, and talks about deluxe deck over here. On this side, you see that the figure is 306, and it's part of Master Grade Series 3. That's a little bit hard to see because of the really cool reflective paint. We open this up, and then you can see everything that is included, including the glider and all sorts of accessories, and we'll get into that in a minute. I just wanted to show you the box and what it looked like. Next, we're going to get to the Origin, and you can see his figure is sitting over there on the right side, and we'll rotate this and you can see figure 307 up there and series 3 in this kind of orangey color. It's a little bit easier to see. It's not very dark at all. In-game artwork, and we'll open this up. It says down here premium finish, and there's a window box with the accessories. His reality lives on, one of the 7. Ah, man, I forgot to read the Cube Queens. Here's the back of the box. Let's move on. And finally, Mecha Strike Commander, and there he is, right over there on the right side. Premium metallic finish is what it says there. Nice piece of art. Over here, you can see the figure is number 308, and this is more of a bluish metallic color, Series 3. And open this up, and you can see all the goodie accessories inside. And finally, the back. All right, so we are going to now get these figures out of the box. Here we have the 3 figures out of the box, and the first thing I want to mention is that they all come with the in-game wrap code cracked up. So if you're interested in that, then this would be great for you. And as you can see, there's a lot of accessories laying all over the place. I want to point out the one that I like the most, and that is the Queen's Procession Glider. And I think this is really pretty cool. It's just a 3-step stairs, and there are pegs on each step on this left side, and you've got these like blue flames sticking out. And I think this is just so cool. Not only is it like a figure stand, I mean, it is a figure stand, but it's also a glider. If you had like a whole bunch of these, it'd be cool if they would have made it to where like maybe there are some notches here and some notches there. And then, like, you know, say you found a whole bunch of these really cheap, and maybe then you could, like, hook them together, and you could have, like, a long staircase. I think that would have been actually really cool. And who knows, maybe I might see if I can get some more of these to see if I can somehow, I don't know, rig that up. But I'm not sure how possible that is. So we're going to continue looking at the accessories, beginning with the Cube Queen's Reality Render Pickaxe here. And that's kind of nice. It's mostly molded in the one color. You got the light blue here on both sides. Then you've got this back bling, if I can hold it up. It is the Cubic Vortex back bling, and I think that's kind of a translucent blue. Kind of looking here at it, pretty sure that this is translucent, which is cool, but I don't know. I think they could add a few more colors maybe to it there. And then we've got the assault rifle here with the Kevin wrap, and that's kind of cool. You've got the little glyphs up and down. That almost makes you think it's like maybe a color change type of a gun, but I don't think it is. It didn't advertise color changing at all. Then we have the first of its kind, and this is a sideways rifle. And I think that's pretty neat. You've got a couple little dabs of purple along the top there and kind of right up here at the front. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is I was trying to mess around with it just a little bit, and I'm not quite sure how the figure holds this. If the hand goes over this, because if you put the hand up here around the trigger, it doesn't hold it quite right, and you can't fit the hand into this tiny little hole. So if you expect to put the hand over, the C-shaped hand over that, this is a really big piece, and I don't know, I may have to play around and try this some more, but it doesn't seem to work very well. Then finally for the Cube Queen, you have the Shadow Stone. And it's almost just like it's essentially a mini cube, and you've got a little slit back there that allows for the hand to slip in so she can actually hold this, and it's kind of a cool little cube. Now I'd like to get maybe like about 1,000 more of these and hook them all together to make a bigger cube. but that's probably not going to happen. Then we come to the Origins accessories, and here we have the Cubic Scepter. That's cool. There's a lot more detail and a lot more paint apps on this than the Cube Queen. You get that same light blue. There's orange at the top and the bottom, and then the silver handle. Most likely it's been molded in that silver. It's a little bit off the screen there. Then we get the back bling, and that is the Cube Aether. I'm always never sure how to pronounce. It's A-E-T-H-E-R. So I think it's like Aether or Ether. But it almost looks like a little trailer with wheels. You got the wheels, and then you got the part that hooks into like the car. I don't know, but that just plugs right into the back. You have the Foundation's MK7 assault rifle, and that's kind of funny that we get the Foundation's weapon with the Origin, but okay, hey, whatever. It's a nice little weapon. I like the detail on it. I like the colors, the red and the blues, I think look really nice, and the paint on here helps the detail on this little weapon stand out very well. Then you get, I'm going to use my brand new handy dandy tweezers here, you get the some guzzle juice. Not the guzzle juice, but you get some guzzle juice. Where it is, there it is. A little bottle of kind of greenish yellow liquid with a silver top there. But yeah, guzzle juice right there. Then moving on to Mecha Strike Commander, we are going to begin with the sword. This is the light blade pickaxe. And just kind of looking at this, that's really cool. I like, let's see, bring in just a little bit closer here. I kind of like this little bit of whitening. Not lightning, but whitening they have on there. And the fact that it's uneven from side to side, I think that's kind of neat. It's got the same blue color down here as is on the Foundation's MK7. So I think that's kind of neat. We'll just stay real close here. So next we get the Mecha Light Capacitor back bling. It's got that same blue, a little bit of red, and there's the peg that plugs in to the back. Then this is really cool. This is probably the second favorite thing next to that glider over there, and this is the Heartbreaker emote. Yes, this is an emote, not like an accessory exactly. You got a really big heart, but look at that. It's almost like if you hollowed this out, then it's like a megaphone or something. But that will plug in, and I'll show you where that plugs in a bit. You probably know, but anyway. Then for the weapon, we get a heavy sniper rifle. And because this is Master Grade, we get something extra special on this. We get a blue dab of paint on the scope, because none of the other sniper rifles have that. But we do get a slightly bent one though, so we get that nice little perk of a dab of blue. It adds to it. I like detail on stuff, so I'm just kind of joking around. Then finally, we get, if I can pick it up, there we go, Rift to Go, a Rift to Go consumable. And on the bottom, there is a little hole right there, so you can tuck the fingers up in there so the figure can actually hold it. It's a cool little Rift snow globe, so to speak. Probably not quite, but anyway. So those are the accessories for the figures. I'm going to scoot the accessories off, and we're going to look a little bit closer at each of these figures. And we will begin with the Cube Queen, because she's first, so why not? And we'll set these ones off to the side just a little bit. So according to the box, the Cube Queen has 27 points of articulation. So she's missing like one. And I think that one is right here in the waist. I think they finally stopped counting this non-moving waist part. So we can pop her apart real quick. And so this thing, there is a little bit of a hole right there. And up here, there is some flat edges, so that does not allow this portion to rotate around. And I really don't understand what the big deal about letting this midsection rotate around. They did in the early days, and it was great. It was a great little piece. And for some reason, on the females, they started to remove it. And I just don't understand, because on a lot of the males, you can still rotate that midsection. It's so confusing, unless it has to do with this overlay piece that maybe things get messed up or bent or broken or something. I don't know. This is a really cool figure. I really like the colors, the paints that were used. So this is definitely, I would classify, a master grade figure. It's a very nice. I love the shine. I like just the colors on it. I think it's really cool. And, you know, I still would have paid this probably about the same price even as a solo mode for this because it is so nice. She got a nice, what is that, a purpley fuchsia something face. Now it's really disappointing. I don't know if it's disappointing, but it'd be really cool if we could get one of her other styles in the future. They've made this completely original mold. It'd be really neat to get this repainted in one of the other styles that I'll pop up on the screen for your viewing pleasure. She's got these translucent, transparent pieces, the part of her crown up here, and so they kind of stick off. Her hair is whooshing out, sticks out, and is whooshing with the cube moving breeze or something. I don't know. So otherwise, you know, she can do a lot of the stuff most figures do. I mean, she can do the splits very well. If you want her to sit, she can do really well, except for this soft rubber, soft plastic. And you could try to get her to sit, but if you have her sit like that for too long, that might kind of put a permanent little bend there. You could probably use some heat to get that out. I'm not sure, but she's got the new style of, what is it, the Fortnite twist, where the legs kind of rotate back and forth up here in this upper area. There's no thigh cut anymore. So yeah, the Fortnite twist with the double pin knee. And I'm a little disappointed that these pins actually stand out so well that they're not, I don't know if painted is the right way to go, if you can even paint these pins or not, but they do stand out next to the painted figure. And kind of likewise with the hinges down here, they stand out, I think, just a little bit color-wise, but I mean, it's so close. Unless you're really trying to look to nitpick, you might not notice it. I'll just say this, and I'll keep it very brief. For a female Fortnite action figure, I think this figure is really pretty proportionate compared to some of the previous ones they have released, and I will just let you land on what you, if you understand what I'm getting at there. Overall, though, I think this is a really good figure, and at the end of the video, or near the end of the video, I'll show what she looks like all geared up. But next we get to the origin, Mr. Big Feet and Big Hands. I'm just like, he's got some monster boots and he has got some monster hands. This is like G.I. Joe from the early 2000s when they tried to relaunch it, and they gave him all big hands and big feet. It was really weird. But I will send a quick shout out to a friend who every time that this is brought up, it seems like in a video, he's just very happy about it. And you know, look at these great knees on the figure. They really worked on modifying the Fortnite team has really worked on modifying the knees so they're more in line. They don't stick out. They're not weird and bulky. So I'm giving a shout out to my friend while I mention how good the knees on this figure look. They just are, you know, except for that little bit of a black seam, they're pretty much seamless. But he is a double pin right there. Anyway, so the origin, it says, has 28 points of articulation. And, well, that's standard. So we've got a standard articulated figure here, which is fine by me. The funny thing is, for being 28 points of articulation, I can't get his waist to move. So I don't know if it's stuck. I don't know if we pop him apart as easy as we pop. Whoa. Let's see what's going on here. So, yeah, there's nothing in here stopping this rotation. So it should rotate. It should rotate. Maybe it's just really tight. So they're counting that as an articulation point, and that's just, I find that so funny. Anyway, he's got some translucent purple flames on his head, on his gloves down here. So the controversy, I would say, with this figure is this is not the version people wanted. A lot of people want the actual 7 outfit, the armor, me included. And the only thought that I have is that they released this version, one, because this is the game art. This is the little thumbnail that shows the character in your locker. But maybe they're going to release the armored version later. We can only hope that that's actually the case. Otherwise, this is the version of the Origin that we got, and he does not match the other 7 figures at all, and that's a disappointment. But that doesn't mean he's not nearly as cool. I mean, as interesting, as weird as his big boots are, they've got some really nice metallic coloring. There is some really nice, and you got little blue dots down here. You got little blue dots there. All these paint apps that bring out the detail of this figure. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I don't know that this figure is any is better than, say, his wife over here, or his former wife, or whatever, the Cube Queen. But because if you guys didn't know, if you're not aware, this is actually the Cube King. He gave up the position and joined the 7. And so he's kind of estranged from his queen over here, because she's the bad guy and now he's like a good guy. Anyway, there's a little bit of story there for you. But, I mean, for what this figure is, it's not a bad figure. It's just not the one that I or a lot of people actually wanted. We wanted that armor. We wanted to finish our 7 collection. And so anyway, yeah, I mean, he's got some nice detail up here around the head. Nice blue eyes. So yeah, it's a nice figure. The head's kind of small. Maybe there's just a weird proportioning between the head size, the glove size, and the boot size. I'm not quite sure, but there's just something a little bit off while he's still looking cool. Anyway, let's jump to Mecha Team Leader, and we will gear up the Origin at the end. I said Mecha Team Leader. This is Mecha Strike Commander. Mecha Team Leader is the colorful one. So here we have Mecha Strike Commander, and actually real quick, I'm going to bring the other 2 back in for a direct side-by-side to get an idea of how tall this figure is. It's a very bulky figure. It kind of looks like it should be bigger than what it is, and I'd say it's actually medium height. Anyway, the box stated there are 31 points of articulation on this figure, and I can't find them. I just can't find them. This figure does have hindrances. Now, one thing I'm going to point out, we're going to get real close here, and I don't know if this is a meant to be or somehow an accidental be, but this portion, this shield, this rear butt shield, is connected to this left thigh piece. While it's not over here, but if you look real carefully, you can see where it was. This piece actually did connect right there at one point. So I'm not sure if this is supposed to, and the reason why I don't know if it is, and I don't think it should be, is when you move the leg around, it moves that around. So I don't know if any of you have had this weird little thing. Mine also has this strange little hard white spot there, whereas this side doesn't. So I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe the plastic has kind of reacted somehow with itself while being in the package, and it's kind of melted together, because it doesn't even look like it was manufactured that way. So right here, not live on video, I'm going to use my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to see if I can separate this, because now, so I'm just going to perform a quick little surgery. I think there we go. It was quick. So it just went through, and now it is separated. So now when I move the leg, it does not move this back cover piece. So if you've seen this, that's what I would recommend you do. Just go ahead and cut that little piece right there. It kind of stinks that it looks this way, but hey, at least I've got more range of motion now, right? And that's a good thing. All right, so let's see, where are the 31 points? Well, like I said, I can't find them all. So you've got the head that goes back and forth and looks down, and actually let's do some articulation there. So looks down there, and it looks up about that far. The arms rotate at the shoulders all the way around, they both do, and they can go up this high because of the shoulder pad. So there's, that's 1, 2, 3, 6 pieces right there. 7, 8, 9, 10 for the elbows that rotate and hinge. There's not a 90-degree hinge. It only goes up that far, but it can stretch its arms straight down. Now, I don't think there's butterfly joints in there. Nope. And then, I already forgot what we're up to, but the wrists rotate and hinge as well. So I think that's 14, if I guessed it right. 14, and then 15 for rotation at the waist. There is no other movement up here in this torso except for the hidden compartment. Right there. So that's 17 points, I would say, with these two. And this is actually... Oh, wait a second. Well, okay. Oh, okay, I found them now. So this comes out and the doors rotate. Huh. For some reason, the doors rotate, and this doesn't actually... They don't come out actually all the way. So I wonder what the point of that is. Just maybe so they can open up all the way? Opens up and then slides out. That's kind of funny to me. I'll have to take a look. I'm going to throw up the animation of this emote up here in the top, or somewhere on the left side here. But anyway, so real quick while we're here, you get the heart and it plugs right here into the chest like so. And there's the Heartbreaker emote. Yep, that's it. That's what you've got. It's a lot cooler in-game than probably it is here in the figure, but I'm still not really quite sure. Well, now it's there. It was in there. I'm not really quite sure why these actually slide out. That might be a mystery that will remain. So anyway, I've actually now found all 31 because I was missing 2. So anyway, there are 2 points of articulation. At the upper legs, they rotate. If you want the bot to sit, it can sit. How about the splits? Well, because of these side armors, they can't do the splits. There's also the Fortnite twist right here in this upper thigh-ish area. There is a single, I would say pinless, knee joint right there, because I don't see an actual pin there, so we'll call this pinless. And not only that, you can rotate at the knee, kind of like Spin Masters does. Not a huge fan of that, but there's only a rotation right there, no rotation down here. The ankles, they do have a very slight, there we go, hinge. A very slight hinge, and mine are very tight. And they also, they technically do go side to side, but you can't, they don't stay there. So that's, yeah, that's I guess you can count that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31. All points are there, 31. So yeah, there is a rotation apparently that they're counting down in here. But I had to use a hairdryer to get these ankles to move. They weren't moving whatsoever. All right, let's get these guys geared up. And they're geared up, and don't they look really cool and awesome? Now, I actually noticed a couple things while gearing them up. First off, I do want to point out something that I didn't mention earlier, and I hope is visible. Mecha Strike Commander actually has a really nice paint job, especially up here on the actual plastic, not like the softer plastic, but the actual like arms and the torso. It's a very nice blue silver metallic, and I kind of missed that. The other thing that I missed is that this piece in the back bling is removable. And so Mecha Strike Commander could actually hold this item if you wanted Mecha Strike Commander to do so. So that's kind of neat. I didn't realize that was removable. The other odd thing that I noticed, and we're going to come in real close again, is this hand. The left hand of my Mecha Strike Commander is attached. Like the thumb and the fingers are attached. I don't know if how well you can see that, but yeah, it's attached. They're like hooked together. And I don't know that I've seen a Fortnite figure with an attachment between that area. So I don't know. I might have to investigate. Throw it in the comments if you have this figure. Is your thumb and left arm, thumb, and fingers attached? I think it's a little bit of funny business because this area was attached back here on my figure, and I'm guessing that's not supposed to be. I may have to search for another one of these figures, but that's just kind of really weird and bizarre to me. So I can't put anything in his left arm or Mecha Strike Commander's left hand there. Nothing. Like, I was trying to put the heavy shotgun, and it just didn't work. I was like, wait, why isn't the hand opening? It's so weird. So here you got the origin, and one thing I will point out after gearing this figure up, she just does not want to stay. She's got these nice boots, and yeah, just doesn't work very well. So one thing I want to point out here after gearing origin up is a very gummy type of back bling. So like it kind of wants to stretch and bend, and if you squeeze the wheels, I'm going to call these the wheels, to push it in, well, they might bend and pop off. It's just kind of, so you want to grab it by this middle section to pull the back bling out or put the back bling on. Don't grab it by the wheels because yeah, it's not going to be good. He holds the MK7 pretty well. I'm impressed that yeah, he holds it. It looked like such a large handle. We're gonna knock the big bot over. And then finally we come to the Cube Queen, and this is all I pretty much have her equipped with. Her staff, her cube, and her back bling, because as I said earlier, I'm not quite sure how to put this gun in her hand, and I discovered that this gun won't fit in the hand because the handle is way too big. She has some very small, slender hands, and so here, let's come a little bit closer. Maybe too close. There we go. But when you go to slide this in, it's just like really thick, and maybe bending, like it can really, there, if you really bend that hand out, like really bend it out, it's really bent. But you're not going to get it in a good looking pose. I mean, okay, if you think that's a good looking pose, then you're good. Then this works really well for you. Don't mess with me. Actually, we don't even know. Yeah, we do know what she sounds like. She sings a song. Don't mess with the Cube Queen. It's not even like that. So I mean, yeah, this could work that way. But man, I don't know if you keep that gun in. Like, that hand is really, really stretched out now compared to the other one. And maybe that's fine. I don't know. But it just seemed like it was such a big handle. There, if you can see the differences for the hands or whatever. But yeah. So, I don't know. It's up to you. You get your figures and you put whatever you want to in the hands, but man, that is a tight fit. Actually, I can probably put this cube in the hand much better now, too, can't I? Maybe it won't even hold the cube very well now that I stretched it out, or maybe it will. She also has a slight difficulty standing up. You got to get these feet just right. Mixture of that Fortnite twist and the boots and the weight. There we go. So here we have Master Grade Series 3. Cube Queen on the left, the Origin in the middle, Mecha Strike Commander all over here on the right, the pile of accessories all over the place. So the question I kind of raised with the title is, are these the final Master Grade figures from Jazwares? And you know what? I believe that these are the last Master Grade figures we're going to see. I don't think there will be another Master Grade release. Because, well, for one thing, there hasn't been any leaks or any hints that there will be anything more. So, what do you think? Are these three the last and greatest? Or could they have done better? I might have to do a video someday just kind of going over all the Master Grade figures and pros and cons or whatever, but I think they're pretty good. I really like the Cube Queen. If this was the only way to get her, I'm glad we had a Master Grade to get her. And while I'm not a huge fan of this character, I like this figure. I think this figure is actually overall pretty neat. If we just get a little bit better articulation, or the articulation would move a little bit, I'd have to say, me personally, this guy in the middle is probably the third on the list. He is the low guy on the pole here, just because we needed his armor. We need the armor. I hope we get the armor version. Maybe that'll be a future Jazwares Vault exclusive character. Or you know what would be awesome? Hey, if anyone from Jazwares is listening, I think I know something that a lot of people would love. And that would be a 7-pack, or 8-pack if you want to include the legend, but a 7-pack of all the 7. Maybe an 8-pack including the second paradigm. I don't know. Maybe a 9-pack including the second paradigm and the legend. But we need, the imagined, we need the order, we need a better foundation. Let's bring out another visitor and a scientist, because we've only seen the scientist once, and the paradigm and all of them. Let's have a big pack. Jazwares Vault exclusive. I'm down for that. It would probably be like $100. I don't know. But 125. But that'd be really cool to finally complete that set before Jazwares Fortnite line ends. I would love to see a complete set of the 7. Anyway, that is all I've got for you today. Thank you for watching. If you've stuck around this long, you are wonderful people. I will see you in the next one.